Hey there, Descendants, my fellow Americans, and people in other countries around the world. How are y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Before we get into today's video, if you enjoyed the content that you see, please do consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Thank you so much. Today, I'm just going to be showcasing a very accessible build for the Descendant Dia. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alrighty, so first things first, let's just go ahead and break down the build. Break down how things work a little bit, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, firstly and foremost, we're going to go over the reactor here. We have a frozen mixture reactor. On this specific build, I have chill and fusion. You could go for chill and crit. That's probably going to net you a little bit more bang for your buck, but chill and fusion is very good too. Alrighty, so here we have the modules. This is going to be for her mobbing build. Taking a look at her passive here, you can see that when a melee weapon is equipped, increases stats proportional to max HP. That's why we have a little bit of HP on her here with Stim Accelerant. Gives you the most HP, and it's, you know, the max MP. Obviously, this isn't an MP character slash Descendant, so this is probably going to be the best HP module that you can use. This is my Ancestor module for her, for those of you out there who would like to use an Ancestor module. Something like this, probably crit damage over crit rate, but something like this will be very, very good for you if you want to run an Ancestor module build. But, you know, if you don't have access to Ancestor modules just yet, or you haven't pulled her Ancestor module, whatever the case might be, this build works quite well. As for the components, I personally went for the Bravery set, but you can probably go for the Polar Knight set. It might be a little bit better, but because of the cooldown procs that this gives you, you're pretty much going to be getting the same DPS, if not maybe just slightly less. So either set works out. RK tuning. So, you know, I went top right and then I went down. You can probably actually, I'm gonna make one quick little change real quick. I mean, you can go for the HP, or you can just go straight up for the skill power right here. The choice really is up to you. I decided to go with a little bit more HP, as I do like a little bit more HP on my builds. It's a bit more comfortable for me. I don't really like to, you know, sweat all that much when I play the game. Plus, Dia kind of handles herself, and she's very, you know, very disruptive, charging, and you know, stuff like that. So a little bit more HP definitely helps out with the defensive end. Singular fusion tuning is going to be the mutant cell here. Works quite well, especially on the fusion department. That skull duration up is definitely quite nice, especially for her fourth ability. Oh, and for the trigger module, I decided to go ahead and go with Icebreaker. I think I have a better one actually. But yeah, let's just go ahead and take her into some breach tracking and see how she performs. Alrighty, here we are. Let's go ahead and get the gauge built up. Also, please excuse if I do cast the 4 incorrectly during the mobbing session of the video. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to in terms of, you know, the new movement changes that they implemented for Dia. I think they're quite nice, don't get me wrong. But, you know, my brain was just a little bit more set to the restrictions of the 4th rather than being able to literally throw it into space. So, but yeah, I mean, as you can see, she's quite the viable mobber, especially without an Ancestor module. Very nice to see. Which means you don't have to shell out $50 to $80 to have a good build, right? I mean, breach tracking's the latest iteration of mobbing missions that they've implemented into the game, and I mean, yeah, Dia literally bends it over and spanks it, so to speak. Also, she's just incredibly fun to use. Is it just me? Freaking love Dia. Probably run this and then another mission type after this. I'm not exactly sure what. I guess I'll decide when I get there. And then after that, we will showcase her bossing build for you guys. I was thinking about doing it as a separate video, but I don't really want to make my community watch 2 different videos to get, you know, 2 builds for 1 character. I want to include it all for you guys here, you know. Boom. Oh, I should have aimed it at him. Oh well. It's but a scratch. And he's already dead either way. Oh man, she's gonna be so fun to use in Purge, I can already tell. So the trick, if you guys are used to the old movement style for Daya, I say old, but she literally just came out, and you keep throwing it into the air mistakenly, the trick is when you aim it, only aim with the only aim with the right stick. Jesus Christ, why did my brain stutter so much at saying right stick? But yeah, I found that, you know, just kind of letting go of the left stick helps that out a lot. Also, quick little shout out to any new players who might be watching this video. I'm glad you're playing the game and I'm glad you're here. Stop by for a stream sometime if that's your thing. And if not, consider that sub button down below. Let me know how this build works out for you. It's not the best build out there, you know, it's not the most min-max thing in the world, but it's definitely going to get you through all the content that you need it to, so. Also, don't forget, when you trigger that third, go ahead and hit it twice with your 1 to get that little AoE effect. Works wonders in clearing mobs if they're near it. Especially with the skill effect range built into her. Shish kebab. Alright. And that's all she wrote. On to the boss. Yeah, it's insane DPS, man. The thing I like about the Bravery set is the increased defense, even though you have a little bit less HP on there. I guess the idea behind the Bravery set is you have a little bit more protection against physical damage, and your skills are going to be on cooldown so little of the time regardless that you're not going to need the HP as much, I suppose. Also, nice little update on the UI that they provided for us, eh? There you go. Sub 5 minutes on breach tracking, 6.9 billion damage. Very nice build. Let's go on to the next mobbing mission. For this one, we're going to do Exposed Underwater Base. I quite like this new dungeon. Wish there was a little bit of objective-based gameplay in here, like Supermassive Receptor, but nonetheless, it's definitely beautiful, gorgeous to look at, and a very streamlined experience. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Does anyone else rotate their stick when they're on the bike waiting for the gates to open, or is it just me? Pink. Boom. That was a little bit off, but that's okay. The AoE procs from her 1 are quite nice. Definitely helps with her efficiency in mobbing. Let's go ahead and launch that right there. Boom. Dead. As you can see, our fort's already ready because of Bravery. Very nice. Let's go ahead and get these and head into the dungeon. We're a little low on HP, so we've got to be wary with the our initial encounter with the enemies, but that's okay. Kind of dilly-dally a little bit here. Get the 4th ready. Actually, let's throw our 3 here. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Launch the 4th. Boom. All taken care of. Now on to the next batch of enemies. And let's just toss one more of these right there. Oh, low battery. Should be... there we go. Just destroy that with the sword. Once again, toss the 3rd. It's a little bit cyclical with her gameplay, but you definitely can mix it up. You can charge in with your 1 here. You can just simply toss the 4. There's a couple of different options you have with Dia for sure. Like I said in my initial impression / I guess breakdown video, she definitely suits a couple of different play styles. Or no, I think that was during my watch party. One of those. But yeah, she's definitely one size fits some, so to speak. Of course, I know most of my Frana mains, my Bunny mains, Inez mains, whatever the case might be. You guys might be hard-pressed to leave your main behind, but at least give Dia a try.
We're detecting multiple overseers.
Alright, let's see here. Where's the best place going to be to launch this? I think probably right there. Also, pro tip, when you use your 1, use the 2 for a skill duration boost and a speed boost. Helps out quite a bit, and it makes it a lot more fun to use. Ooh, just got 2 Ancestor modules, very nice. Are you guys ready for the boss's health bars to be one-shot with the 4th? I am. 3 more. Sword will take care of them. Let's go ahead and take care of our clone here. Just like that, she's down onto the boss.
Descendant, massive energy signal detected inside the laboratory. Be careful.
Yeah, that's just from her 1 proccing. It's kind of nuts. Oof. Alright. Let's get some health back from these guys. Jesus. There we go. Make sure you get on your hover bike for phase 2 because of that, the tow ability. This boss's tow ability is quite overtuned. Alright, let's throw a fully charged 4. Oh, she reduces jumping height as well. Gotcha. Alright, here we go. And down.
Operation complete. Great job.
Alright, onto the bossing build / bossing build showcase. Alrighty, for the bossing build, things are going to be a little bit different, especially with her Transcendent module. But firstly, the reactor is going to be additional skill attack versus Colossus, and then skill critical hit damage. We're going to use the Slayer set. Anywho, so Slayer set. I mean, you can use the Polar Knight set, but that's probably going to be better for mobbing purposes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the mods. It's going to be Chilbrand for the Transcendant module. Oh, I completely forgot to go over the Mobbing module. It's going to be Blooming Ecstasy for her Mobbing build. So, but yeah, Chilbrand, crit build once again. Pretty much the same thing. The only difference besides Chilbrand is going to be Hyper Focus, and that's where Hypernova is going to come in. You simply just trigger the ability button when you load into a Colossus battle. I'll show this to you, of course. Oh, right, the inversion reinforcement. So for the bossing build, is going to be emergency antibody generation. These are kind of swappable. Arcade circulation tactic, that helps a lot, especially with launching her 3 multiple times. And then it's going to be special coolant circulation, because of course this is Dia. As for her mobbing build for inversion reinforcement, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. Actually, yeah, it's the exact same thing. So yeah, these are applicable for both bossing and mobbing. So as for the RK tuning, it's going to be 2 mutant cells. This time is going to be RK concentration, and then it's going to be defense neutralization. These are pretty important to use. This board is pretty set in stone as well. I suppose you could take off a few nodes up here and then go for the skill power, but you're definitely going to get more bang for your buck out of skill critical hit damage and you know, stuff like that. Alright, let's go ahead and get right into it. Into Infernal Walker we go. Just going to be showcasing our normal today. Like I said, this is just going to be more of a more accessible build to more players. So not everyone can do challenge, so we're just going to do normal. Alrighty, how do you guys like my spawn animation? Let's go ahead and build up her 1. It's very important to do before you start the battle. I mean, you can still do it after the timer is over, I suppose, but it's just better to do it before the timer starts, I found. Alright, so we're going to jump up here. We're going to throw this. We're going to throw this. You want to do it a little bit quicker than that, but... Oh, wow, I completely missed. Okay, that's not good. Of course, when I try to showcase the actual build, I missed the first 3. Alright. That's why. It's because I was messing with my left stick. Forgot they overhauled her general abilities with the restrictions and stuff like that. Oh, how I wish my 3rd was on cooldown right now, because his poise is broken right there, as you can see. But yeah, so for the bossing build, same tech as her 4th on her mobbing build. You want to release the left stick, use the right stick to control yourself, and yeah. So we're just going to throw the 4th here. That should take him out. There we go. Run it a few more times. I was wholeheartedly expecting to die at least once during that first battle. Of course, it'll probably happen during the 2nd or 3rd. I'll probably do this 2 to 3 or 4 times, something like that. Of course, 49 seconds is nothing, you know, incredible, but it's definitely it's doable. And yeah, let's go ahead and run it back. Alrighty, once again, build up her 1. Make sure you press and hold the skill to actually trigger it, because if you just press it, that happens. Alright, we're gonna jump up here, toss a sword, toss the 4th at or near eye level. Oh, it just went right through him because it wasn't spawned in yet. Hopefully your timings are better than mine. Let's go ahead and toss this once again. But, oh, right, and then you want to trigger these 2 right after the 3rd. I'm gonna have to look into why that is. I'm assuming it's some sort of like debuff thing or something like that, or I believe actually it increases crit rate. And there's our first step. Let me just take a look at that really quickly. Oh no, it gives you DOT. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, trigger the 2 for DOT. Alright, we're gonna grapple up once again. Toss the sword. Toss the 4th. Toss the 3rd. Of course, he farts on me to kill me. Okay. There might be some failed runs that you experience, you know, but just try again. Build is a little bit RNG based, but it's not. Oh wow, I don't have enough for my third. Okay, there we go. Also, pro tip: if you guys are not able to access her dungeon, you can farm her parts in Sigma Sector as well as her her reactor. You can farm this in normal Sigma Sector. I believe it's under Broken Boundary. Could be wrong though. I'll check that before I do my outro for you guys. Alrighty. One last time, baby. Hopefully this time I can do it flawlessly. Oh man. But I suppose the purpose more so of the video is, hey, this build can do the things that I'm saying it can do, right? So far so good. Oh wow. I'm so used to... I was prepping with using the left stick after I triggered the third. That's why I went upwards there. Boom. Alright, so now we just gotta play a little bit of chicken. Make sure we don't die. And if you die, it's okay. You still have 4 entire attempts. Not after you die, but before. Also, a nice thing about dying is it resets all your skill cooldowns, so, you know, it's always nice. Boom. Toss this right here. Oh, wow. Oh, well. Yeah, so make sure you charge your unique gauge fully when you're dying or when you're loading into this. But, yeah. Let's go back to Albion. I will check... Broken Boundary on normal for Sigma Sector and her locations and stuff like that. So, yeah. It is indeed Broken Boundary on normal, where you're able to farm her Frozen Mixture Reactor. And as for High Risk Sigma, you can farm her blueprints here. There's 2... so you can get her code and her enhanced cell blueprint in Broken Boundary. In an isolated desert, you can get her stabilizer blueprint and then her spiral catalyst blueprint. Unfortunately, you cannot farm the new weapon materials in Sigma Sector, but yeah, I mean, this video is about Dia, so. Alrighty, if you enjoyed the content that you see, if this helped you out, please let me know down below. If you enjoyed this and would like to see more, please do consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.